Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to use the quadratic formula to find x in only 3 simple steps. So this formula is mainly used when you can't easily factorize an expression like this, and it's important to mention that it only works for expressions in which the highest power is 2, because it's called the quadratic formula. So if you have something like this, x cubed plus x squared plus 5, that's not going to work because it has a 3 in the exponent. So here we have the formula outlined below, which we'll be using to solve for this expression. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is put this expression in standard form. Now, what is standard form? Standard form is just arranging the terms in a way that it goes from highest power to lowest power. So x squared, then to x, and then to just a number without any variable. So if we check up here, we already have that. First we have x squared, then we have x, and then we have the constant term. Now we do this so we can easily compare between the expression that we're given and the requirement for the formula. So if we have a here in front of the x, we'll compare it to whatever's in front of this x, and we'll do the same for b. Remember the sign, and we'll also be doing the same for c, remembering the sign. So in the case of the first one, it'll actually be a hidden 1 that you're comparing. So now that we know the a, b, and c that we'll be using in the formula, the second step is to find delta. And here it is in the formula. So when you're finding delta, you're obviously looking for the value itself, but you're also checking its relation to 0. So you're checking if delta will be more than 0, if delta will be equal to 0, or if delta will be less than 0. If delta is more than 0, you'll be having 2 solutions to the entire question. If delta is equal to 0, then there will only be 1 solution to the question. And in the case that delta is less than 0, there will actually be no real solutions. So you can just stop doing the problem and write a final sentence saying, since delta is less than 0, there are no real solutions. And this can actually save you a lot of time, because if you only found this out at the end, you will have been wasting that time for nothing. So if you find delta and it's either more than or equal to 0, you're on the right path, and you should continue finding x. So let's find delta for our problem in particular. So the formula for this is b squared minus 4a. And so all we need to do is substitute the values. So b is minus 4, square that, minus 4 times a, which is 1, oops, BAC, times c, which is positive 2. And if you calculate all this, you will get 16 minus 8, which is equal to 8. And since 8 is more than 0, we'll know that we'll have 2 solutions to the problem, and we can continue working it. Then the third and final step will be to simply use the formula by substituting a, b, c, and the newly found delta value into it. So let's bring the formula over here and start writing it out. So we'll have x equals to, we'll take minus and copy down b, minus 4, then plus minus, square root, and here you can put the delta value that you found, which is 8, over 2 times a, and in this case a is 1, so we'll put that down. Now after this, all you're going to be doing is some basic algebra, simplifying this expression. So let's do that, we'll have x equals to two minuses make a plus. So we have 4 plus minus. And here, whenever you see a square root and you notice that it can actually be simplified, you should try to do that. We can do a prime factorization of 8, like so, to see what can be taken out. So if a number repeats here, it can be actually taken out of the square root. So from this we'll have 2, and the remaining thing inside, square root of 2. So now you can write 2 square root of 2 over 2 times 1 is just 2. From here you can simplify, so these cancel out just to make 2. You can write that down. X equals to 2 plus minus square root of 2. And there you have it. You can also write the solution down like so. All in all, x is equal to 2 plus square root of 2, or x equals to 2 minus square root of 2. And then you will have solved for x, and you're done. Now, there's actually a final and purely optional step that you can do, which is verify your solutions. So this is quite a simple step, and it just involves doing a bit of calculations. So let me show you, for example, on the first solution that we got, 2 plus square root of 2. So basically what you want to do is take the first expression that you're given and substitute this value for each x. So we'll have 2 plus square root of 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus square root of 2. And finally, we'll just copy plus 2 equals to 0. Now, if everything goes well and our solution is correct, at the end of these calculations, we should have 0 is equal to 0. So you can use a calculator for this step. From the first bracket, we'll have 6 plus 4 square root of 2 minus 8 minus 4 square root of 2 plus 2 equals 0. And you can see that these here cancel out. So what's left is 6 minus 8 plus 2. And we can see that all this would actually cancel out into 0 because we have 8 minus 8. And that's basically 0. So you know that the solution was correct. And if you want to verify the other one, you can do the exact same thing. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video helped you out.